Year over year, Delta Airlines is typically ranked the best U.S. airline in almost any category you can think of. Today I'm flying from Atlanta to Philadelphia on a quick 1 hour and 20-minute flight, and I'm going to be doing a main cabin review to see if it's worth it to do main cabin or should you pay extra for Comfort Plus or first class. Good morning. I am in Atlanta, Georgia, flying to Philadelphia today. I believe it's December 9th or 10th. One of those days, I can't remember. But we are flying to Philly, and I'm going to be giving you guys a review of Delta. I did a video a few months back of my Delta One sweet experience from Amsterdam to Detroit, so check that video out if you want to. This is just going to be flying normal, main cabin, Delta, Atlanta to Philly, hour, maybe 15-20 minute flight. So I'm excited. I'm going to show you guys how that is, and I'm also going to see if I can get time for you for the Delta Sky Lounge if I can. The point of recording this video today, with it being such a short flight, I've only made an hour and 20 minutes, is really just to see for those shorter flights, is it worth it paying for a Comfort Plus or even first class, which in the States, you know, the first class is not normally first class, it's just a bigger front seat, kind of like how Spirit Airlines kind of does. You do get some free drinks and stuff like that, but the flight today on first class for an hour and something was over $500 for an hour and something flight. So we're going to be talking about, is it worth it or not? This was an early morning flight, about 8 a.m. I'm running a little bit late. If you've been to Atlanta, you know how unpredictable this traffic can be. I got caught in traffic at about 7:30 in the morning. The goal was to get you guys some Delta Sky Club access. I'm going to try to make that for you too. Now, as you can see, at about 7:55 a.m. on a Saturday, the airport is not as busy as it can get, but it is getting very busy already. So I have global entry, TSA pre-check and clear. I do have Delta digital ID though, so I'm going to go through that line. That line seems to be the quickest right now. Clear, they're doing an upgrade in the system. So every time you go to clear, each person's probably taking 2 or 3 minutes for them to upgrade their accounts. TSA pre-check is quite busy. Again, digital ID from Delta seems to be the fastest, but it's still a very long line. Pretty much if you have TSA pre-check, you get Delta digital ID complimentary as long as you're flying Delta, and typically that line is quicker. So let's go ahead and see if I can get in that line. So they all long. I don't know what's going on. It's been like this last couple months or so. Having TSA pre-check and clear and even digital ID just does not work in Atlanta. It may be the time of day, but again, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. So I can only imagine 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock during those more busy hours, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't work. I mean, it's still better than, you know, regular TSA, but it doesn't work like how it used to. And as anticipated, even the Delta digital ID line is long. Clear is a no-go because Clear is having an update right now. So if you're flying now on Clear, expect to wait probably about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how long the line is, because a lot of people have to go through that upgrade, and it takes about 5 to 7 minutes per person. It is now 7:58 a.m. My flight boards at 8:20, and I'm still in line trying to get past TSA. I am not going to be able to make it to the Delta Sky Club this time. So I was not able to get to the Delta Sky Club. The flight boards in about 5 minutes. I'm about to take the plane train to the gate. I have Sky already, so I'm going to board early. Make sure I give me an overhead bin, and yeah, get to Philly. When I get to Philly though, they do have a Sky Club there. I'll show you guys it. It's not that big, but I think it's important to talk about it for transparency. Now I'm going to go ahead and hop on the plane train. Lucky for me, the flight boards very soon, but I'm only 2 stops down, so this train ride should be only about 5 minutes or so. I'm at Concourse B. I'll be at gate B12 for my flight from Atlanta to Philadelphia. I'd say it took me about 7 to 8 minutes to get from the train to my gate. As you can see right here, I'm walking up to my gate right now. So those days of trying to go to TSA and clear with like less than an hour before you're boarding, those days are over. If you want to go to the lounges and enjoy yourself, you need to still be here about an hour and a half to 2 hours with all these TSA pre-check and all that stuff. I'm telling you, those days are over, so lesson learned, but I'll be flying again next weekend and we can check it out then. Now, I know this was going to be a review about the main cabin experience and if it is worth being on a regular seat in main cabin or paying extra for Comfort Plus or first class, which again, in this case, first class is not really much except for a larger front seat. I do have Delta Gold Medallion status and I was upgraded to Delta Comfort Plus at the last minute. So on this video, we're going to be talking about Delta Comfort Plus, and is it worth it being a Comfort Plus versus main cabin or first class. I am flying on an Airbus A321. I'll be seating in 11F as in Frank. Again, I do apologize, but this is one of the perks, and I think this video is still helpful for you as well. You'll be able to see what it looks like to be in Comfort Plus for an hour or something flight. Typically, Comfort Plus and main cabin is not too far off in pricing. With Comfort Plus, you do get complimentary beverages, a more comfortable seat. You get some overhead bin space selected just for you, and you are also a little bit more priority when it comes to the boarding. So as you guys just saw, this main cabin flight review just turned into a Comfort Plus review. So let's see if Comfort Plus, the one right in the middle, is worth an hour flight. Now, before you get on a flight, you always got to give it a love tap. That's good luck. Remember that. One thing I love about Delta is they still give you Purell wipes and also earbuds complimentary, though the pandemic is really over. And here is a view from my seat. Definitely have a lot more space than you would a main cabin seat. I'm about 5'7", so I definitely have a lot of leg room from where I'm sitting to the seat in front of me. If you are a little bit taller than me, you still have some really good space. I was able to easily fit my carry-on bag underneath the seat. One thing I did notice about this flight is for it to be Comfort Plus, it did have some stitching that was missing. Again, at this point, I'm really just nitpicking, but it's something that's noticeable, and I figured I'd just show you guys for transparency. The tray table looks pretty standard, just your regular standard tray table, and you know, it actually does work, so that's always a good thing. Like I mentioned, the Purell wipes, you can get as many as you want. I take about 2 every time, and yes, I wipe off the entertainment system because you don't know who was doing what, and I also do wipe down the tray table and also the area of the seat where the tray table goes up on, because you know, you want to kind of get that sanitized too. It may or may not do much, but I still do it because why not? Also wipe the seat belts, call it what you want. Trying to be as clean as possible when I'm flying on these public planes. While we're waiting for the rest of the people to get on board, I want to show you this thing. It's called beverage. Got this on Amazon. It's pretty neat. Again, this takes place for your tray table. I'm going to show you guys how this works a little bit later on in the video, but you will be able to put this on your window to hold your beverages, your glasses, your phone, all that good stuff. Also, if you guys fly Delta, I don't know if you guys know, they have trading cards. So the next time you fly Delta, you don't have to be any particular status of any kind. Just ask the pilots for trading cards. If they have them, they'll give them to you. At this point, we are getting ready for takeoff. We're getting pushed back, and as you can see, there's a little bit of condensation and rain. Guys, let me know, what's your favorite seat on the plane? Is it the aisle? Is it the middle, which I think might be very rare, or is it the window seat? And also, do you prefer exit rows or just a regular row? I'm a window seat person. I love to record, as you guys can see. I love being able to have control of the window. Love my window views. If you are flying Delta, you get fast, free Wi-Fi, which is great. All you have to do is sign up for a Delta SkyMiles account, which most of you should have. If you don't, it's easy to sign up, and it takes about maybe 5 minutes to sign up and a few seconds to sign on, as you see here for the Delta free Wi-Fi. You get it free the whole flight. You can text, you can surf the internet. It's all free. Just watch an advertisement, maybe about 10 seconds in, and you'll be able to skip the advertisement and you are good to go. As you can see, I'm on my main page as a golden medallion, and I'm connected to the internet. The good thing about Delta is their internet typically works. I have no problems with their Wi-Fi. While you guys are connected to your Wi-Fi, go ahead on Instagram and follow me on Instagram at the CC Maestro. As you guys can see, I post a bunch of videos, travel tips. I take you guys on my travels with me before I make videos on YouTube, and you'll be able just to get a little bit more of my personality and follow me with my travels. My favorite part, taking off, them engines getting nice, hot and fast. I have to take off and enjoy them skies. Now, the captain did come on the intercom and say we might experience a little bit of weather. So the flight attendants are going to sit down for the first maybe half of the flight. And as you can see, there is a lot of weather. There's a lot of clouds and condensation here. So while that's taking place, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go onto the entertainment screen. And we're going to see what we can find and watch. To me, there is nothing better than being 35,000 plus feet above air, looking out the window. And just looking at all the clouds. It's so beautiful and amazing how we are able to get up there and fly. At this point, we are still going through some clouds, but you are able to kind of see the end of the tunnel. So let's go ahead and check the flight route, see how much time we have to get there, and also look at some entertainment on board. Now, like I told you guys earlier, I did want to show you this device. This is not a sponsor, but this is how I'm able to really take up the clutter on my tray table. I use this device called Beverage. I think it's about $15 on Amazon. You put it right in your window. It should be compatible with most airlines, and you're able to put your glasses, your cell phone, water, 2 of them or so, and just really free up that space, especially for someone like myself who edits on the plane. I'm able to use my tray table for editing as opposed to my food. Now it is getting a little sunny, so let me go ahead and put my glasses on. A lot better up here. Now, is it just me, or do you like to zoom into the flight path, see how long you have to go? I'm zooming in to Philadelphia, and I'm right here. I think we're right over Charlotte almost. I like to just zoom in, see where I am, see the altitude, see how fast we're going. I am just an AV geek. It's just who I am. The selection for Delta's entertainment is also always really good. They have a lot of new movies that come out consistently, updated consistently, and they also keep up with the seasons. So, right now it is Christmas time, so I'm definitely looking for some Christmas movies. But Delta does have movies, series, live TV, Spotify. They also have movies for kids, so you can also keep that tailored to your children. Now, I'm in the Christmas spirit. I'm going to watch A Christmas Story, but I'm going to watch the new one. If you guys haven't watched the new one yet, I strongly advise you to give it a shot, especially on the Delta flight this month in December. Always good to see Ralphie do his thing. Brings back a little bit of nostalgia, and I'm glad the original Ralphie decided to come back for part 2 of this movie as an adult. Brings back some good memories as a child. Now guys, this seat is very comfortable. I don't have any issues. Again, this is a shorter flight, so as far as being comfortable, it really feels like a normal seat. Don't have any issues. Let's go ahead and see what's in the back seat. So the first thing I'm looking at here is the safety and security card that you always get, and then you also have the fast free Wi-Fi pamphlet, which kind of shows you how to get connected. It's pretty cool. Now, something that these airlines are notorious for are their bathrooms, and guys, this bathroom did not disappoint. I'm about 5'6" or 5'7", and I would say if you are 5'9" plus, you're gonna have a tough time standing up in here. If you're 6 foot plus, good luck. As far as the spacing, I am a smaller guy, and it is very tight in these bathrooms. I went to the back because, want to go to the back bathroom. Why not? That's probably going to be the bathroom that is the smallest anyway. These bathrooms in the back are all the same size. Going to be very tight in there. Just kind of get in there, do what you got to do, and get out. It is not for comfort. It is just to handle your business. So, that's the bathroom review. I was able to get an outside door view, so I've opened the door right here and just to kind of see how tight it is. But as far as the cleanliness of this bathroom, not the cleanest, so I would definitely advise you guys to bring some wipes or some spray and wipe down if you definitely have to use the bathroom. A lot of airlines have outlets and they sometimes do not work. I got back to my seat after the bathroom review and was happy. I was already charged, but the outlet works. Now, when it comes to Delta Airlines, again, for me, they are the best airline in the US. They typically have outlets that work, so I have no problems with this. This flight was another one of those. No issues. One thing to think about when it comes to buying Comfort Plus or Delta is that sometimes because of weather, the pilots are going to ask the flight attendants to stay seated, which will cause disruptions in your service, or you may not get any service at all. For this flight, it was a little bumpy in the beginning. They were able to give out some waters, so I was able to use my beverage device for this. But keep that in mind. If you're paying solely for the drinks, I'd advise you just to be cautious because you may not be able to get that service, and they can't do anything about that at that point. Again, your safety is going to matter more than anything. At this point, we are on our initial descent into Philadelphia, and I'm just watching Christmas Story again and just having a really good time and, just kind of drinking my water, getting ready to land.
I'm about to fly. Baby, can you fly?
Coming into Philadelphia today was very foggy. I couldn't see the runway until maybe about the last 5 seconds. So cheers and shout out to the pilots. They always do a great job landing because there was no way I could do that. So again, not the best ride, not the smoothest ride, but definitely a comfortable and enjoyable ride for the most part.
Me make these ladies get tipsy. This song is crazy, killing me. Baby, it's feeling me. You could hear me walking in. I come in with the flows like a mini me. Bouncy like a monkey. I'm ruggy kangaroo. I'm fucking with his bumpy.
Typically, when you're flying in and out of Philadelphia for Delta, you're going to be in the D gates, and that's no different here. I think we are flying into gate D16, which is typically D15, D16 coming in and out of Atlanta. It's typically the two gates they use for
Butterfly, 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 butterfly.
I was not able to make it to the Delta Sky Club in Atlanta, but I was able to land at Philadelphia and make it to the Delta Sky Club for you guys in Philadelphia. Now, this lounge is much smaller, so I just want to be very transparent, but I think it's important so you can see a different perspective of the Delta Sky Clubs and what they have to offer depending on where you are in the US. All right, so I'm in the airport in Philly, about to go to the Delta Sky Club. This one is a lot smaller than the other ones, especially the ones like Atlanta, Detroit, etc. But I think it's still good to kind of show. Let's see what they have. Oh, one quick tip: if you're not from Philly or if you want to come to Philly and get a good cheesesteak, you got to come right here. They have a good cheesesteak. I don't know if it's the best cheesesteak, but their crab fries and their cheesesteaks, I'm not into ranking them, but one of the best cheesesteaks in the Philly area. And get the crab fries too. So here's the entrance to the Delta Sky Club in Philadelphia. It is right before you get to the gates to leave. So make sure you make that left at the D gates. You'll see Delta Sky Club right by a little mini food court. Chickies and Pizza Be on your right. Here are the hours of operation on the door. Let's go ahead on in. Just as expected, you do see a lot of Christmas decorations because it is the Christmas holiday. Delta does a really good job with their lounges to make that lounge really stand out. And as you can see, PHLs on this table with some presents and all that nice stuff. They had no issues with me recording. I just asked, could I record and not get you in the footage? They had no problems with me recording the decorations. It looks really nice, and I was really pleased with how this looks. Now, as you can see, they have some little snowflakes coming from the ceiling of the Delta Sky Club. Really nice, really jolly in here. Here is the small selection of food they have. Again, the Delta Sky Club in Philadelphia is not that big, so the food selection is going to be pretty small, and you're going to be in a much tighter space than you would be, let's say, Detroit or Atlanta or JFK, but they make it work. Now, I do wish in the future Delta does open up a bigger Delta Sky Club in Philly, or somehow, some way can expand this one. Not sure if they can expand it, so they'll probably have to move it. That would be really helpful, and that would get a lot more traction and actually make me want to come to this one much more often.
Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Butterfly, 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 butterfly.
I did not get much here. I got me a sandwich, some grapes, and some cheese. Just try it out to kind of see how it was. The bar is extremely small, as you can see. This is the size of a bar, maybe someone's kitchen. And then here is a list of complimentary beverages you do get because you are here with your Delta Sky Club membership. Here is one of the two seating areas. I didn't record too much because people were sitting down. I didn't want to get anybody on camera. This area is spacious, but not as spacious as you would expect from a Delta Sky Club. But the cleanliness is A1, very top notch. Smells good in here. Again, I got me some grapes, a sandwich, some cheese, and I also got me a mimosa to kind of get my mini vacation started. I'm going to be spending time with family, so cheers to you guys. Here is a view of me walking towards the bathroom. The bathrooms in the Delta Sky Club, no matter where you are always very clean. Again, this one is pretty small with only 2 sinks, and you only have 2 stools and I believe 1 walk-in. So not that big again, but this Delta Sky Club is pretty little. All right, so I went to the Delta Sky Club for you guys. I had my flight, so here are my thoughts. So first, this was supposed to be a main cabin video. I'm sorry I got upgraded. That's the perk of having gold status. I advise you guys if it makes sense, and if you fly often enough, stay with one airline if you can, and earn status, because I paid for a regular class ticket and got upgraded to Comfort Plus. So, Comfort Plus. On a short flight like this, that was bumpy, services interrupted, is it worth going from Comfort Plus, or is it worth going from main cabin to Comfort Plus? It really depends. Depends on a lot of things. I'm smaller, I'm about 5'7", 5'8", so I'm not that big, and I'm a smaller guy. So I can deal with being in main cabin. If you're taller and you need that extra leg room, then that might make sense for you. But then you got to keep in mind, you may not be able to get those things that you're paying for. Free beverages, things of that nature. But you do actually get that more comfortable seat, that more spacious seat, and you get the board early. But for most people, even if you are taller, you can do an hour in a regular seat. Just make sure you're probably not in the middle seat. So just, get that aisle or that window seat, and you should be fine. I don't think you necessarily need Comfort Plus, but it definitely has its advantages, especially when flight service is not interrupted. But again, you cannot fault the crew or the pilots. This is the way it is. And like they say every day, like they say every time you fly, your safety is more important than anything else. The Delta Sky Club in Philly is quite small. I wish it would be a little bit bigger. I'll show you some more Delta Sky Clubs as this channel continues to improve with our travel experiences. The food was good. The service is always good. My friend works in that Delta Sky Club, so shout out to Amanda, one of my childhood closest friends. She works at the Sky Club, the one in Philly, so it's always nice to see her. I don't get to see her often. So for the shorter flights, is Comfort Plus worth it? Probably not. Again, most people should be fine. For those longer flights, 3, 4, 5 hours, I could definitely see why paying a little bit extra would give you more comfort, because those seats are more comfortable than the seats in main cabin. But for most of us, we should be fine, especially for a shorter flight. But you guys let me know what your thoughts are about the flight, and did you like it? The next trip I'll try to get main cabin. That's my next flight out is on Delta in a few days, and that says I have main cabin too, so I'll record that if I'm actually flying main cabin. If I don't record it, I probably gotta upgrade it again. It's not a bad problem to have though. If you're liking what I'm doing, make sure you subscribe to the channel. The more you subscribe, the more you comment, the more you engage, the more videos I will get to you. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great holidays. Oh, and I can't forget this. One more thing. Go Eagles. We play the Cowboys tomorrow. Go Birds. All day, every day. I love my city. I love my team. Be safe.